So now I'm going to introduce Dr. Liriano. He was the intensivist involved in Sebastian's case. He's currently the chair of the Pediatric Intensive Care Unit at Florida Hospital for Children. He did his medical training at St. Christopher Medical School. Then he actually did his internship here in Orlando, and then he moved to New York to the Cohen Children's Medical Center, which is affiliated with Albert Einstein University. And then happened to we did our fellowship together at the University of Texas in Dallas. So we actually know each other from before, from our training experience. So his main medical interest is actually brain injury and protection. So that was, I think he saw his expertise on the hypothermia was really, really important in this case, and as well on cardiovascular ICU support.
Hello. Hi. Good morning. Thank you, Dr. Cope, Dr. Ali, and Dr. Jordan. Excellent presentations. I agree with Dr. Cope. The lab technicians have been all astute in our 4 cases, especially Sheila Black. She's been working wonderfully. She's been here since the last summit, so I do want to put her name out there. And I also agree with Dr. Cope. It's a small number, but 4 live patients is great for us, and with the continued collaboration with Jordan Smelski's Foundation, Florida Hospital, and the CDC, I think we'll have more survivors. I also want to thank Dr. Cope, and I will still be calling you guys no matter what in the next few years to come, as long as I'm working in the intensive care at Florida Hospital for Children. But Jordan gave a great presentation about Sebastian Deleon's story. So I'm just gonna, if you guys could watch it, I'm gonna watch a video of Sebastian's story versus me just talking more. So if you all could look at the video, it'd be great.
In the morning, he started complaining that he said, "I can't stand it, Mom. The pain is so hard that I can't stand it." And I just put some clothes on. My husband was putting some clothes on. We just dressed him and put some sunglasses because he couldn't stand the light. And he said, "Don't move me, don't touch me, because it's hurting a lot."
It was, I guess, our typical Sunday afternoon. And I saw on my tracker board that a teenager had been placed in room number 5. The only thing that struck me was the fact that Sebastian was wearing sunglasses even while in the room.
We received a body fluid or spinal fluid from the emergency room, and I sat down to do the cell count. And I looked under the scope and studied some cells for a while, and that's when I saw the movement of the amoeba. It was at that time that the adrenaline kicked in, and I had 2 co-workers come, and I said, "You need to confirm this because I need to make sure this is moving." And by the time they sat down to look at it, I was already on the phone to Dr. Hernandez in the emergency room.
So I started to shake and my hands started to get sweaty, because I realized that if this was the case, this teenager that I had just been talking to pretty much had no chance of survival. So before I even went into the room to talk to the family, I activated the process to get our pediatric infectious disease specialist and our pediatric critical care doctor on a 3-way conversation so that we could start making all the arrangements that we needed in order not to waste any time.
Having dealt with other cases of amoebic encephalitis, I knew that the mortality is pretty high. So I knew that really you gotta do really everything that you can, and there's no margin for error with this kid. He started on what we consider the best possible treatment.
but I knew we had to reach the CDC to get the other medicine. The thing was, I wasn't sure if it was still in town or the CDC had to ship it. So my important thing was to get that medicine quickly. So I called them anyway, and I spoke to the CDC. At the same time, the medicine that we did have here in-house was started in the ER.
The doctors told me, just tell him whatever you need to tell him now. My husband went to one side of his face and I went to the other, and we were talking to him, and as he was awake, we were just saying positive words, just saying, you're a prince, you're strong, believe in the Lord, they're gonna cure you, you're gonna be fine.
I said most of the cases we have at least 50 to 100% fighting chance. This is 1%. I have to, make the family aware that this is deadly. So for me, that was hard. How do you tell a conscious child and the family that he might die? How do you do that? And so, I had to tell him, just tell him how much you love him. It was the hardest part for me.
For a moment, I said, oh Lord, if he's gonna suffer more, just take him with you. I know he's gonna be with you in heaven. I know it for a fact. But then I just said, no, you're gonna give it back to him because you promised me that. You promised me that he was gonna be saved and he was gonna be healed. And I believe in your word. So I took that back and I said, oh God, I know my son is gonna be alive. And he is.
Hey guys, hi Sebastian. This
Hello.
So this morning we're actually it's nice to see you. You look great. Nice haircut.
Thank you.
So Sebastian,
Yeah, how
does it feel to be home?
Well, better, because I get to sleep in my bed now. And I get to see my dog too.
Sebastian, how does it feel to be one of the few survivors who's survived this disease? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, first of all, I didn't know I had it until I woke up from the coma. So I thought I had a migraine. And now when people tell me, I'm like, wow, I really am a miracle. And I'm thankful for you guys and God for saving me. And it feels great.
Are you currently still taking any medications, or are you done with all your meds?
I'm done with all the meds except for the Keppra and the Pepsid. Pretty sure.
Wow, that's great. One question I didn't ask you while you were here is, do you remember anything before coming to the hospital? I
remember everything. Well, I remember going to Orlando, before Orlando, during Orlando. I just don't remember what happened during the coma.
Right.
Pretty much.
And right now, I know you're home after the rehab. Are you feeling anything at all? Are you walking? I see you're talking great, but any side effects or deficits that you have right now?
No, it's just sometimes my toes feel kind of numb, but then I just get up and walk and it leaves.
Wow,
That's pretty much it.
I'm very happy. I'm just overjoyed. I'm sure everyone here is overjoyed. You look phenomenal. When are you starting school? Anytime soon, school?
Not next week, but the week after that. I don't want to go back, but I kind of do. It's like mixed feelings. It's mixed feelings because I don't want to miss any more school because I know I'm going to have to do a lot of work. But at the same time, I'm a kid and I don't want to go to school.
Well, I really, and about everyone here, we really, really appreciate you guys joining us this morning. It's a great surprise to see you. I know you'll be in town in a week or so to see it, but I'll definitely see you again. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Take care now.
No problem. Okay, I'll pass you over to Mom.
Is Mom there? Is your mom there? Yes. I can't even see.
Yes, I am.
Oh, hi, Brunilda. Is there anything you wanted
Hi,
to
how
say?
are
Just
you?
nice seeing you. You guys look great.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm getting used to this. He's the one who uses them at home, so. I just wanted to be brief, but before anything, I wanted to say thank you to all of you for everything that you've done for us and for our family. I believe this has touched many lives beyond our immediate family. It's been a long journey for us with ups and downs from the moment that you remember you told us, say your last goodbyes and say your whatever you want to tell him, to the day he took his first breath. Every step has been a new beginning. But we just wanted to invite everybody that is at the summit, and we couldn't be there personally, but our hearts are with you. As you, as medical personnel, participate in this summit, we are praying to God that you find yourselves as being chosen to take care of God's magnificent creation, in the one that he rejoiced, that you find yourselves chosen to be healers and caretakers of his most precious creation. Jordan, Smelski, Sebastian lives are a gift from God. Jordan is alive. We know he is, and he is with the Eternal Father. And I just want to tell Mr. Smelski and Ms. Smelski that your son gave life to ours. And for that, we are eternally grateful. I urge the medical personnel to be true to what your calling has been. You are chosen to be healers. This is not only a job, it's a mission. Defend life and preserve it. Be human and be scientific at the same time. We know that there's a lot of people that have been working behind the scenes. Ms. Sheila Black, I've never had the pleasure of meeting you personally, but I've seen you, and I know the determination that it took from you and your knowledge and the training that you've had to find this. And we pray for the Lord to continue blessing you and your family and everybody in your team. We thank all of the personnel, the Smelski Foundation, and everybody, from the person who walked in the room to say words of comfort. It made a whole difference that this medical team and the medical personnel were human and passionate, compassionate, and treated us with so much dignity that we are grateful. And to finish, I just want to leave you with words that we got from our prayers, and it's John 11:4. When Jesus came to Martha and Mary, and they told them that Lazarus was dead, when he heard this, Jesus said, "This sickness will not end in death. No, it is for God's glory, so that God's Son may be glorified through it." Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Brunilda. That was very, very nice. Just remember, Sebastian, exactly what your mom said and exactly what the summit's about. But you will always, always be one that gives everybody hope. And so we'll always be, you're like my son now, so I will always bother you and call you. But likewise, anytime you guys have any questions or concerns, always call us. We're here for you. All right? Thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.